All right, y'all, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So, Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. So that means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which actually means, our Boudoir Facebook ad is getting into fewer than 6 out of 100 women's brains. And the and that means fewer than 6 out of 100 women that happens to that are seeing our ad actually have a non-zero chance of buying from us. So we gotta get our Boudoir Facebook ads into their brain because that's the only chance they'll buy from us. That means we gotta have them click somewhere on it instead of simply scrolling on by, which is unique CTRL. Now, unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. Common, everyone believes it's normal. That's why it's so common, so widespread. But it's not. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes, the 3 PCM. And more about those towards the end. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we see our universe building up here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. But we got a solution. We know that BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And we know this because we invented it and we've already done it a bunch. And it's pretty simple. We duplicate the original ad. We treat the duplicated one. We leave the original alone. We treat the duplicated one with Boudoir Pico, and basically we run that, and through its full treatment, and then we keep whichever one running has the highest metrics. And it's always been the Boudoir Pico treated one that has the highest metrics at the end. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we go from the 3 pre-click mistakes to PCA. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. AKA, we finally got our unique CTRL above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS. It's caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. And then our solution is Boudoir Pico. It takes about a week. We achieve PCA pre-click alignment, and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. So that's our universe. Now here onto my residency. So I found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there, brought them to the hospital, tested them. First one up, found out its unique CTRL is 4.3%. So I discovered that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And as a result, so basically as a result, we know we can treat this with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. So that's what we did. Treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week. We got the unique CTR up to 6.88%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend, which means if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, then, now they only need to spend $6,300 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get their ad into the same number of women's brains. And so they no longer have to spend that money, and they actually can pocket it kind of as like a bonus, Boudoir Pico bonus. They just don't spend it because it would have all been wasted anyways. And kind of a bonus, $3,700 a month bonus. And so what that's given them is that's given them $3,700 a month, which is actually like $40K over the next 12 months. By simply not having to burn that and burn that cost. And next part of my residency, and the second Boudoir Facebook ad, got unique CTRL up to 1.39%, or found out its unique CTRL was 1.39%, and actually, since it's under 6%, we know that BLCS is present, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, and as a result, we can actually treat it with Boudoir Pico. So that's what we did. Treated it with Boudoir Pico, got its unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of ad spend. And as a result, if they're spending more than 10 grand a month, if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad and get their ad into the same number of women's brains. So $8,400 a month difference. They pocket it every single month. They don't have to spend it. They keep it. It's kind of like a phantom bonus, phantom profit. And as a result, we are, we're actually, they're actually able to keep that $8,400 a month, which is like, 100 grand over 12 months, over the next 12 months, literally doing no extra work, nothing. Finally, had a patient come through, unique CTRL 5.03%. So that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So we can treat it with Boudoir Pico. And that's exactly what we did. Took about a week. We got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. And when we did that, we actually found out his original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of his ad spend. So if he's spending 10 grand a month, $6,700 a month was being wasted. So now he only needs to spend $3,300 a month with his Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. And that $6,700 he no longer has to spend. He pockets it every single month, every single month, every single month. Kind of like a Boudoir Pico phantom bonus. And at the end of the year, after 12 months, what's that? That's, it's like an 80K bonus. Literally, 80K bonus. And so the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. And we know that because, dude, just look at these numbers here. Wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. Average these numbers out, the average is probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So, if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, on average, this can be, five out of 10 Ks being wasted every single month, and we can eliminate that, put that back in y'all's pocket, approximately, 60K over the next 12 months, over the next year. All right, so now we're going to diagnose this if we believe it has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. First thing I'm seeing, got the below creative cluster mistake. False belief that causes us to make this mistake is we're believing that everything Facebook tells us or recommends us to fill out for our ad is the best thing for us to fill out and not the best thing for Facebook when we fill it out. So it screws us because it causes way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. And Facebook on the back end gets richer because the more women scroll by our ads per unit time, the more ads Facebook can serve per unit time, and they make more money when they do that. So we never want to make this mistake. Next mistake, or next thing we look at, creative. We got the looks like an ad mistake here. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we actually believe our Boudoir Facebook ads should look like Boudoir Facebook ads, because that's what everyone else's boudoir Facebook ads look like. So everyone else cannot be wrong, can they? Well, in every boudoir Facebook ad I've tested and the backends I've looked at, 100% of them have had BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome, because they're making some or all of these three pre-click mistakes. So the consequence of making this mistake is way more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6% and contributing to BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome. Finally, going to look at this See More headline up here. First 2 3/4 lines Facebook newsfeed mobile. We're only utilizing 2 lines here. What, want to win a boudoir session? What if you never feel ready but do it anyway? All right, so that's the lack of context mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe we set enough context to get the optimized number of right women clicking on our ads. But in fact, we're lacking a ton of context here. And we're actually going to get way more women scrolling by our ads than necessary who could have been perfect if we had not made the lack of context mistake and who actually would have clicked in and had a chance to buy from us. And as a result, this pulls our unique CTRL under 6%, and it actually increases the probability that we have BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome. So after looking at all these things, so my diagnosis, I believe this boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, aka boudoir low click syndrome, aka a unique CTRL under 6%. Yes, I do. So I believe the unique CTRL of this one is under 6%. And it can be solved though. Now, if you're a BLCA, a boudoir low click advertiser with BLCS, and so your unique CTRL of your boudoir Facebook ads is under 6%, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on boudoir Facebook ads, and you've looked at the marketplace, you're seeing it become more and more saturated every day. You know, it seems like anytime everyone gets a new iPhone, they turn on Google My Business profile to say they offer boudoir, or they get a new camera and they're posting in the mom group saying they offer boudoir. So more and more service providers, same number of buyers, kind of more and more competition, market's getting saturated, margins tightening for everyone. And you're also seeing life inflation, life costing more and more. So you decide you're pulling more efficiency out of your business, you know, you're optimizing other parts of the business. Now you decide you want to optimize the Facebook ad part of your business, kind of plug the leaks, easy leaks, get some fast, easy money wins back in the pocket. And, you know, you're seeing, you know, we can approximately eliminate about 5K a month in wasted Facebook ad spend, put that back in your pocket. So that'd be approximately 60K over the next year. And decided that you want to achieve pre-click alignment. You want to become a dominant boudoir advertiser. You want to achieve boudoir brain entry boost, your boudoir Facebook ads, because it's necessary on your way to becoming the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. So if you want to achieve all that, shoot me a DM when I open up for new patient intake. My hospital currently does not have new patient intake, but when I open up for new patient intake, shoot me a DM, and then we will basically we will see if you qualify.